you think walks out of Raw tonight as the World Heavyweight Champion? Will it be CM Punk or will it be Bron Breakker? How's it going, everybody? My name is Casey Cameron. Welcome back to Leg Slapper. We are going to discuss the much anticipated World Heavyweight Championship match that is happening tonight on Raw between Bron Breakker and CM Punk. Now, this is an absolutely packed Raw. There are a lot of other title matches that I'm also really excited for. The Kabuki Warriors versus Rio is bound to be a match of the year contender. Then we've also got Maxine versus Becky Lynch, which, while probably not a match of the year contender, is still gonna be a ton of fun. Now, before we get into any of this, if you ask me personally, I actually think every single title that is on the line tonight should change hands. But hey, I don't make the decisions, so let's talk about what will happen, because either CM Punk is going to retain or Bron Breakker is going to win that championship, and it is going to matter a lot because this is our new world champion and WrestleMania is right around the corner. And that's without mentioning the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. So let's look at the world where CM Punk manages to retain the World Heavyweight Championship against Bron Breakker. Where does CM Punk go? Obviously, Bron is just going to end up earning another title shot. I think we're basically destined to get Bron Breakker versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. But outside of Bron, what other options actually are there right now? Well, if you look at the online chatter, if you look at the general chatter, fans right now really hate the Vision. So it wouldn't surprise me that if CM Punk manages to retain his title, the next challenger up, if not Bron Breakker, would be another member of the Vision. And as much as I think Bronson Reed would be a great pick to do something like this, I have a feeling they'll want the most heat possible, and they'll want a little bit of conflict to start brewing within the Vision. So I have a feeling Logan Paul would be CM Punk's next challenger if it's not Bron Breakker. Then, of course, there is the upcoming Royal Rumble. And as of right now, a lot of people seem to think that now it is Roman Reigns' destiny to win this Royal Rumble and to go on to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Yes, Roman Reigns could, if he ends up being the one to win the Royal Rumble, he could go on and he could challenge CM Punk. But let's be honest here, is that story as appetizing as the story between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns? No, I don't think anybody would say they would want to see Roman Reigns versus CM Punk over Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at this point. But hey, that's just me. That's why I'm saying. I mean, hey, maybe I'm wrong. That's not even to say that CM Punk versus Roman Reigns wouldn't be good. I think you could tell an interesting story there. I just think that there's more ammo there for Reigns versus Rhodes. And then I think there's more ammo there for CM Punk versus Bron Breakker. Then there's the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown crowd. And you could argue that that would be a perfect spot for CM Punk to lose the championship. You know, you can stack the odds against CM Punk. You can do any number of things in the Elimination Chamber to put the championship in as much jeopardy as possible. But the thing is from there, it's just another, I believe another month and a half or so to WrestleMania. Honestly, if CM Punk retains tonight, I'm kind of worried that the main event scene for Monday Night Raw is gonna be really, really flat up until WrestleMania. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get something cool tonight, and I hope that we get something that really manages to shake up the main event scene in a meaningful way. The thing is that there is a much more enticing story that could be told, but that requires CM Punk to lose tonight. As far as I'm concerned, tonight's title match between CM Punk and Bron Breakker should go like this. Bron Breakker should march out to that ring and be absolutely amped up and ready to crush CM Punk. And CM Punk should come out, he should do his babyface stuff, it's clobbering time, whatever you want. He's happy, he's playing to the crowd, and he walks to the ring. And you know what happens as soon as that bell rings? CM Punk is destroyed. The match should be the dismantling of CM Punk. And I know, oh, well, we built so long to this match, so making it a squash match really wouldn't be great. No, that is the whole point. You're supposed to not like Bron Breakker. You're supposed to boo Bron Breakker, and Bron Breakker is putting on some awesome performances, and he's getting a lot of cheers. But you know what would get him booed viciously? If he walks out there and he does exactly what he says. The bell rings, he spears CM Punk, he waits for him to get back up, he spears him again. 1, 2, 3, Bron Breakker is your new World Heavyweight Champion. I don't even think the match should go 5 minutes. And I know CM Punk marks everywhere are screaming, oh no, but you can't do that to CM Punk. No, CM Punk would be perfectly fine. The whole point of this is to tell an actually really, really engaging story for CM Punk. And again, this is coming from a guy who doesn't really like CM Punk, but really likes good storytelling in wrestling. Because if CM Punk loses his title, well, now the build up to WrestleMania is, can CM Punk get back to his title? Can the veteran get back to the title that he foolishly lost? all you have to do is watch Rocky 3, and that is the story that should be told right now with CM Punk. CM Punk should walk into that match confident and lose. Think about it. CM Punk, he's gotten comfortable. He's a company guy. He's doing the cheap pops of, isn't it a great Monday night to be in, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Boring. This CM Punk is boring. And a lot of people have agreed with that fact. A lot of people see that this CM Punk is much more corporate. And hey, if he's happy, he's taken care of, he's doing great, awesome. Power to him, that's great. But you know what? This CM Punk is not 2011 CM Punk, and I think that could be the whole crux of this story. Because if Punk does get destroyed, he has to look at himself. He has to look at what he's doing different. And if Punk gets destroyed by Bron Breakker, then everything that Bron Breakker said in his promos leading up to this match were true. This is not 2011 CM Punk. This is a different, weaker, lamer CM Punk. And that is the point. Right now, CM Punk is the exact opposite of what CM Punk the character was. But if Punk loses that title that he so covets, then we need to know, can he get back to it? Can he change? Can he become the CM Punk he once was? The dominant champion CM Punk that held the title for what, like 434 days or something like that? Let's continue running with this. Let's say he does lose the title. Well, now CM Punk, obviously, he's in the Royal Rumble. What a great story. CM Punk can cut a promo being, you know what? I lost my title. I have to get back to it. I want to main event WrestleMania again. So here I am. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble this year, and I'm going to get my title back from Bron Breakker. And sure enough, he does. He enters, and oh no, CM Punk loses. Okay, well, then there's the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, which obviously CM Punk is going to be a heavy part of. Well, if you're smart and you're Bron Breakker and you're with Paul Heyman, what would you do in the Elimination Chamber? Well, if you're Paul Heyman, you would put every single member of the Vision into the Elimination Chamber against CM Punk, and I guess you'd have to throw in one other person, and you just stack the odds against CM Punk, so that when CM Punk does not win the Elimination Chamber, and that Chicago crowd absolutely goes nuts booing Bron Breakker, well, there you go. Now we still have an angry crowd that is behind CM Punk that want to see him get that championship, and where's the next stop for him? Well, you know what he never got? He never got his one-on-one rematch for that championship. So what are we doing now? At WrestleMania, there you go. I don't really love the idea of, oh, well, I'm owed a shot, so give it to me, and that's how you get to WrestleMania, but hey, it is what it is. So then we'd be looking at world champion Bron Breakker up against CM Punk in the main event of WrestleMania. Can the new era stay in power, or can CM Punk dig down deep and find the spark that once made him special and reclaim his gold? I'm sorry, if you're telling me that wouldn't be a great story, I don't even know what to tell you. That would make for great TV week to week. Again, I don't even like CM Punk that much, and that sounds like a ton of fun. I want to see that. Now, unfortunately, the path for Bron Breakker, if he were the one to win the title, it's pretty obvious. Like, he's going to be feuding with CM Punk, and that feud is likely going to run all the way till WrestleMania, like I've already stated. But the major difference here is that if Bron Breakker is the one that picks up the title tonight, well, he's younger, he appears on Raw more, he is in matches all the time, and honestly, I just personally have more matches that I want to see Bron Breakker have with other opponents than I do CM Punk. I've seen CM Punk wrestle most of the roster. There's not too many matches that I really care about right now, or at least there aren't any matches that I want to see that are currently available for CM Punk. Whereas you could put anybody against Bron when Bron's the champ, and that's going to be a great match. It would make all the sense in the world for Bron to switch to a champion who doesn't really want to defend his title. He only thinks that he should defend the title against the guy who's proven himself to be the number 2, to be the number 1 contender. That makes perfect sense, but I also think it makes perfect sense for Bron to want to be a fighting champion, to be like, you know what? I've beaten the biggest, baddest that there is. I'm not afraid of anybody, so if you want some, you can get some. Sound familiar? If Bron Breakker is the one that walks away with the title, he can not only continue to build his feud with CM Punk as they're leading up to WrestleMania, but he can also be having one-off title matches, one-off matches in general against other opponents to set up future feuds, or to have mini feuds in between when CM Punk inevitably is not on TV week to week. And honestly, I just think all of that is more valuable than what CM Punk can currently do with the title. We're looking at what? CM Punk's held this title since the beginning of November, right? So November, December, we're into January now. Has he defended the title yet? I think this is literally his first title defense. So I guess you could say, if you're someone that looks at Cody Rhodes and you're like, oh, his title is a dud, and you look at CM Punk and you can't say that his title reign is an absolute dud, I don't know what to tell you. They've done nothing with CM Punk as champion. I don't even know why they really gave him the title. Let's give this to Bron. get it out of CM Punk's hands, and then let CM Punk chase so that maybe we can care about him again. I just don't understand how a world title can go undefended for 2 months. Do the performers not want the world championship? There's literally 2 of them, so there's no excuse for people to not be like, hey, look, I want my title shot. Where's my world title shot? I've earned it. Bron Breakker should be pissed off every single week. Bron Breakker probably should just have been the world champion. CM Punk probably should have been stripped when he wasn't able to attend TV. Like, I don't know, does no one on the roster want these titles? What is this, real sports or is this sports entertainment? I don't know what we're doing anymore. Aside from all this fun, regardless of what happens tonight, I just hope that tonight's Raw is awesome. I hope the World Championship match is awesome. I hope all the other matches on Raw tonight are awesome. I hope the stories are fantastic, because that is what I want above all. Whether it's someone I like or it's someone I don't like, I just want wrestling to be as good as it possibly can be, because I know it can be incredible. With all that said, tell me what you think should happen. I want to see what you think. Do you think Braun should win? Do you think CM Punk should win? And do you have any idea of what they should do after? Tell me down in the comments down below. I have been Casey Cameron. Thank you for tuning in to Leg Slapper. And hey, let's hope Raw is a great one tonight. Have a good one. I will see you guys in the next wrestling video.